The temple's air was thick with dust and centuries of silence. Vader's mechanical breathing echoed off crumbling stone walls as he descended deeper into Moraband's forbidden crypts. The Emperor believed him here on a simple retrieval mission. Palpatine had no idea what Vader truly sought. His gloved hand closed around the pyramid-shaped holocron. Red light pulsed between his fingers. The moment he activated it, a ghostly Sith Lord materialized, ancient, skeletal, draped in tattered robes. The Spectre's voice was a whisper that seemed to come from everywhere at once. The flesh can be remade. Vader's breathing hitched. For 20 years, he lived as more machine than man. Burned, broken, trapped inside a walking coffin that kept him alive and kept him weak. Every breath was agony. Every step a reminder of Mustafar's flames. "Show me," Vader commanded. The holocron revealed its secrets. Images flooded his mind, forbidden techniques, biological alchemy, the manipulation of midi-chlorians themselves. The Sith of old had conquered death, reshaped their bodies, extended their lives for centuries. This knowledge had been lost, buried, because the Jedi feared it. But it required a sacrifice, not just any life force. It needed power. Raw, concentrated force energy, hundreds of force sensitives, perhaps thousands. Vader's fist clenched. He thought of Padme, of the man he used to be, of the body he'd lost. The Emperor had made him a crippled servant, had kept him crippled. Vader suddenly understood why. A fully restored Vader would be unstoppable, would be a threat. He deactivated the holocron and secured it within his cape. Outside the temple, his Star Destroyer waited. His Inquisitors waited. An entire military fleet waited. Vader had found the key to his resurrection. Now he just needed fuel for the fire, and the galaxy was full of force sensitives. The Fortress Medical Bay hummed with dark energy. Vader stood in the center of a ritual circle, surrounded by 8 stolen Jedi holocrons. Their combined force essence pulsed through specialized tubes connected to his suit. The life energy of 200 force sensitives, captured, drained, converted, flowed into his ravaged body. This was the final stage. "Begin," he commanded his medical droids. The chest plate unlocked first, then separated with a hiss of escaping gas. For the first time in 20 years, Vader drew breath without mechanical assistance. It hurt, but it was his breath. Piece by piece, the armor fell away. The arm casings, the leg braces, the belt that had regulated his ruined organs. Each component clattered to the cold floor like pieces of a discarded prison. The helmet came last. Vader reached up with trembling hands. He felt the release mechanisms, the same ones that had sealed his face away since Mustafar. Since Padme's death, since everything ended, the mask lifted, and the man beneath was revealed. Smooth skin, no burns, no scars, blue eyes staring back from the reflective surface of a medical scanner. Hair still dark blonde, falling across his forehead. The face was older, lined with years of pain, but it was his face. Anakin Skywalker's face. He flexed his restored hand. Real flesh, real bone, real strength flowing through muscle that hadn't existed yesterday. The force surged within him, unfiltered by damaged lungs, unrestrained by cybernetic limitations. Pure power, raw potential, everything Palpatine had stolen from him on that burning riverbank. Anakin? No. Vader smiled. The Emperor had kept him weak deliberately, had made him dependent, had controlled him through pain. Not anymore. He turned toward the window overlooking Mustafar's lava fields. Now it was time for a reckoning. Vader raised his hand. Every object in the meditation chamber lifted simultaneously. Furniture, equipment, medical droids. Even the massive durasteel support beams groaned as they separated from the wall. This wasn't telekinesis, this was domination. He closed his fist, and everything crumpled. Metal folded like paper, machinery compressed into spheres. The droids didn't even have time to process their destruction. Vader felt no strain, no effort, no limit. The suit had been holding him back for 20 years, but it wasn't just the mechanics. Palpatine had designed it to suppress his connection to the Force, to keep the Chosen One permanently weakened. The constant pain, the restricted movement, the cybernetic interference, all deliberate. Now unleashed, Vader's power was beyond measurement. He stepped into the training hall where his Inquisitors practiced. They turned, sensed his approach, then immediately prostrated themselves. Even through the Force, they could feel it, the sheer weight of his presence crushing down on them like a gravitational field. "Attack me," Vader commanded. "All of you." At once, the Inquisitors hesitated, then ignited their lightsabers. 8 of them, former Jedi, trained killers. They charged from every angle. Vader didn't move, he simply pushed. The wave of Force energy hit them like a planetary collision. Bodies flew backward, slammed into walls with bone-breaking force. Lightsabers clattered uselessly to the ground. 3 of the Inquisitors didn't get up. The others groaned, barely conscious. It had taken less than a second. Vader looked at his hands, flesh and blood hands, and felt the Force flowing through them like a rushing river. He could sense everything, every life form on Mustafar, every ship in orbit, every star system within reach. He could feel Palpatine too, on Coruscant in his throne room. Completely unaware, Vader smiled coldly. The Emperor had created this monster. Now that monster was coming home. Palpatine's eyes snapped open in the darkness of his meditation chamber. Something had changed. Something had changed. Ah! He extended his awareness through the Force, searching for the disturbance. It radiated from Mustafar, a blazing sun of dark power where there should have been only Vader's dim, corrupted presence. But this wasn't dim. This was blinding. "Impossible," Palpatine whispered. He probed deeper, pushing through layers of the Force, and suddenly encountered resistance. A wall! Something was blocking him. No, someone was pushing back. Vader. But not the Vader he'd broken on that operating table. Not the wheezing servant who depended on machinery to draw each painful breath. This was the chosen one. Fully realized, fully unleashed. Palpatine's withered hands gripped the armrests of his throne. For 40 years, he'd planned everything, manipulated everything. The suit wasn't just life support, it was a leash. The pain kept Vader angry, the limitations kept him controllable. The Emperor had deliberately designed every weakness, every restriction, every agonizing breath. Vader had been powerful, yes, but never powerful enough to challenge him. Not until now. Palpatine activated the holographic communicator. Grand Admiral Tag. Report. What is Lord Vader's current status? The Admiral's image flickered to life. Lord Vader departed Mustafar 3 hours ago, Your Majesty. His Star Destroyer is en route to. The Admiral paused, checking his readings. Coruscant! The hologram died. Palpatine stood, his ceremonial robes falling around him like shadows. His mind raced through calculations, contingencies, weapons he'd kept hidden for precisely this scenario. The rule of 2 was ancient Sith doctrine. 1 master, 1 apprentice. The apprentice always eventually killed the master. Palpatine had believed himself beyond such predictable patterns. He'd been wrong. Through the viewport, he could see the distant stars. Somewhere among them, Vader was coming. And for the first time in decades, the Emperor didn't know if he could win. Vader's Star Destroyer dropped out of hyperspace above Tatooine. The desert planet rotated below, insignificant, forgotten, perfect for hiding secrets. Imperial intelligence had tracked Luke Skywalker here years ago. The Emperor knew. Vader knew the Emperor knew. It had been a silent game between them, each waiting to see who would make the first move. Vader was done waiting. His shuttle descended through the atmosphere, flanked by 4 TIE fighters. No army, no battalion of stormtroopers. He didn't need them anymore. The Lars moisture farm appeared on the horizon. Small, isolated, vulnerable. Vader could sense Luke inside. The boy's Force presence blazed like a beacon, untrained but powerful. Skywalker blood, Anakin's legacy. Padme's son, the shuttle landed. Dust swirled. Vader emerged, his black robes billowing in the hot wind. He no longer wore the armor, just simple dark clothing that masked his restored body. But his presence, his power, announced him louder than any suit ever could. Owen Lars stepped out holding a blaster rifle. "Get off my property." Vader didn't acknowledge him. His eyes were locked on the young man emerging behind Owen, 19 years old. Blonde hair, blue eyes. The face was so much like Padme's it made something twist inside Vader's chest. "Luke Skywalker," Vader said, his voice no longer filtered through a vocabulator, natural, human, commanding. "I am your father." Luke froze. That's impossible. My father died. Your father was reborn." Vader extended his hand. "The Emperor has lied to you. The Jedi lied to everyone. I have discovered power beyond either order. Beyond light. Beyond dark. Beyond dark. Come with me, and I will teach you what it means to be a Skywalker." Owen raised his blaster. Without looking, Vader clenched his fist. Owen's neck snapped. The farmer collapsed instantly. Aunt Beru screamed from the doorway. Luke stared in horror, then ignited a lightsaber. Vader smiled. "Good, you have spirit." Luke's hands shook as he held the blue blade between them. "You killed him," Luke said, voice breaking. "Owen raised me. He protected me. And he was in the way." Vader stepped closer, completely unbothered by the humming lightsaber pointed at his chest. "As are all those who stand between us. I didn't come here to negotiate, Luke. I came to offer you a choice. I'll never join you." "You don't understand what you're refusing." Vader's eyes, human eyes, not the yellow corruption of the Sith, studied his son carefully. "The rebellion has told you I'm a monster. They're right, but they didn't tell you why." Luke attacked. He lunged forward, striking with all the rage and grief burning inside him. The blade came down in a perfect arc. Vader caught it with his bare hand. The lightsaber blade stopped inches from Vader's palm, held in place by nothing but pure force energy. It didn't burn him, didn't cut him. The plasma simply... Luke's eyes went wide. "Impossible," he whispered. "No." Vader twisted his wrist. The lightsaber flew from Luke's grip, deactivated, and landed in Vader's other hand. "This is what's possible when you stop letting others define your limits." He tossed the weapon back to Luke, who caught it clumsily. "I was weak once," Vader continued. "Trapped. Burned. The Emperor kept me that way deliberately, but I broke free. I discovered power the Jedi never wanted you to know existed. Power that flows through our blood. The Skywalker bloodline isn't just strong, Luke. It's destiny." Vader extended his hand again. "Join me. Learn what I've learned. Together, we'll overthrow Palpatine and bring true order to the galaxy." Behind them, Beru's body lay still in the doorway. Luke looked at the offered hand. Mokia. Then at his uncle's corpse. Then back at the man with his father's face. "What happened to you?" Luke asked, tears streaming down his face. Vader's expression darkened. "Palpatine happened, and soon... he'll pay for everything." The throne room doors exploded inward. Vader strode through the smoking wreckage, his presence a tidal wave of dark energy. Imperial guards rushed forward, crimson armor gleaming, force pikes raised. Vader didn't slow down. He gestured, and all 12 guards simply stopped, frozen mid-stride. Their hearts arrested simultaneously. They collapsed like puppets with cut strings. Palpatine rose from his throne, lightning already crackling between his fingertips. "So," the Emperor hissed, "my greatest creation has come to destroy me. How predictable." "You kept me broken," Vader said, still advancing. "You kept me weak. You feared me. I controlled you." Palpatine thrust both hands forward. Force lightning erupted. Not the restrained punishment he'd used before, but a torrent of pure destruction. Blue-white energy flooded the chamber, enough power to vaporize a battalion. Vader raised one hand. The lightning stopped, absorbed. The energy crackled around his palm, then dissipated harmlessly into the air. Palpatine's eyes widened. Vader attacked. He moved with impossible speed, crossing 30 meters in a heartbeat. His fist connected with Palpatine's chest, enhanced by the Force, and the Emperor flew backward through his own throne. Stone shattered, metal twisted, but Palpatine was already rising, blood trickling from his mouth, fury blazing in his yellow eyes. "You dare!" The Emperor unleashed everything. Force storms, psychic assaults, waves of crushing telekinetic pressure. The throne room began tearing itself apart. Walls cracked, windows shattered. The entire spire shook. Vader walked through it all like a man walking through rain. He reached Palpatine, grabbed him by the throat, and lifted him off the ground. "You made me your slave," Vader said quietly. "You took everything from me." Palpatine clawed at Vader's wrist, lightning sparking uselessly against his skin. "Now," Vader continued, "you'll watch me take everything from you." Outside the throne room, Luke Skywalker arrived, just in time to see his father choking the life from the Emperor. "Father, don't!" Luke's voice cut through the chaos. Vader's grip tightened on Palpatine's throat, but his head turned slightly. His son stood in the doorway, lightsaber drawn, tears streaming down his face. "Please," Luke begged. "I've seen what you can do. I've felt your power. But this, killing him like this, it's not strength. It's just..." More darkness. Palpatine wheezed, barely conscious, lightning still sparking weakly from his fingertips. "You don't understand," Vader said, his voice steady but strained. "He manipulated everything. The Clone Wars, the Jedi Purge, your mother's death. He orchestrated my fall. He deserves justice, Luke interrupted, stepping forward. Not murder, not like this. Vader looked down at the Emperor, this withered creature who'd ruled through fear and deception for decades. How many had suffered because of him? How many worlds had burned? How many lives destroyed including his own? I killed 200 Force sensitives to heal myself, Vader said quietly. I've walked so far into this darkness that there's no light left to guide me back. What does one more death matter? Because he's the last one. Luke's voice cracked. If you kill him now out of hatred, you'll never stop. You'll become exactly what he wanted you to be. Vader's hand trembled. Palpatine's eyes flickered open, yellow and hateful, staring up at his apprentice with pure venom. Do it, Palpatine rasped. Fulfill your destiny. For 20 years, Vader had obeyed that voice. 20 years of servitude, 20 years of pain. He thought of Padme, of the man she'd loved, of the Jedi he'd once been. Then he thought of the power coursing through his veins, the freedom, the strength. Vader closed his eyes and made his choice. His hand opened. Palpatine dropped to the floor, gasping. Luke's expression flooded with hope, but Vader wasn't done. He raised both hands, and Force lightning erupted from his fingertips.